The first thing Elias noticed was the program. It was folded neatly on the empty seat beside his mother, untouched except for the crease his father had made while checking the baseball schedule on his phone during the opening remarks. His mother kept smoothing the edge of it with 2 fingers, like she could still preserve the appearance of someone sitting there. The dean was talking about perseverance, about sacrifice, about futures beginning. Rows of parents leaned into aisles, holding phones ready before names were even called. Somewhere behind Elias, somebody's grandmother was already crying. His father stood once during the speech, not emotionally, just distracted. Game starts in 40, he muttered, half to himself. Elias nodded like he understood, because he always did. His younger brother, Mason, was 17 and very good at being watched. Scouts came to his games, coaches called during dinner. People in grocery stores recognized him sometimes. Their father moved through Mason's life with the energy of someone finally standing, near the version of himself he wanted the world to see. Elias had spent years becoming convenient about it. He earned scholarships quietly, worked quietly, graduated quietly. At some point, the family stopped treating his independence like a personality and started treating it like a utility. You know how your brother gets before games? His mother whispered. Ilias looked toward the stage. I know, and he did. That was the problem. The ceremony dragged into its second hour. The auditorium air turned stale. Students shifted in their chairs, tassels brushing against shoulders. Then Elias looked again at the seat. The jacket was gone. Not dramatically gone, just absent enough that the space suddenly looked honest. His mother noticed him noticing. From 3 rows back, she mouthed, I'm sorry, not loud enough for anyone else to see. Just him. A few minutes later, his name was called. The applause scattered politely through the auditorium as he walked toward the stage. He could hear his mother clapping alone somewhere behind him. The dean shook his hand firmly. Congratulations, son. It was a small thing. Generic. Probably repeated 100 times already that morning. Still, it landed strangely hard. The photographer positioned him beneath the university seal and told him to angle the diploma slightly upward. Big smile. Elias smiled automatically. Flash. For a second, while the light faded from his eyes, he could see the empty chair in the crowd behind the camera. That became the part he remembered later, not anger. Juries, the shape of absence. That night, the family group chat filled with videos from Mason's tournament, slow-motion clips, celebration emojis. His father yelling from the stands while someone recorded. Final next weekend. That, my boyla's graduation photo, sat in the chat for nearly 2 hours before his father reacted to it with a trophy emoji. Nothing else, no call, no proud of you. Just a small gold icon floating beneath the picture like an accidental notification. Elias stared at it for a long moment before archiving the thread, not leaving it, just moving it somewhere quieter. 3 weeks later, he got the email. A training placement in Chicago. Competitive. Paid. Housing included. He reread the acceptance letter 4 times at his kitchen table while his parents argued softly in the other room about hotel bookings for Mason's regional playoffs. When he told them he was taking the position, his father barely looked up from the laptop. That's great, he said. How long's the program? Permanent track if it goes well. Chicago's far. Elias waited. His father nodded once, like distance was an administrative detail instead of a life change. We'll figure visits out later, but later never really existed in their house. Everything revolved around whichever game came next. The moving date landed on the same weekend as Mason's championship tournament. His mother noticed first. Oh, she said quietly, staring at the calendar. His father leaned back in his chair. Can you push the move a few days? The lease starts Monday. Yeah, but the truck doesn't have to. Elias almost laughed. Not because it was cruel, because it was predictable. For a moment, nobody spoke. Then his mother asked very carefully, Did you already sign everything? Yes, something shifted in the room after that small. Concrete, not emotional authority, real authority, contracts, keys, deadlines. His father exhaled through his nose and nodded once, like someone realizing a decision had happened without him. Well, he said finally, guess we'll do dinner when you're back. Elias didn't correct him. The morning he left, rain darkened the driveway in uneven patches. His mother helped carry boxes while checking her phone periodically for updates from Mason's tournament 2 counties away. His father texted once around noon. Good luck today. Big game here. Elias stared at the message while standing beside the moving truck. Then he typed, You too, nothing more. As the truck pulled away, his mother stood with her arms folded tightly against the cold. She looked smaller somehow. Call when you get there, she said. I will. He glanced once toward the empty side of the driveway where his father's car normally sat. Then he left. Months later, the calls started coming more often, his father asking about work, weather, apartment rent, careful conversations, structured. Like 2 people learning each other professionally after missing the personal years, Elias answered when he could. Sometimes he even enjoyed the calls, but something fundamental had gone still inside him. One evening, while unpacking another box in the apartment, he found the framed graduation photo wrapped in newspaper. He sat on the floor holding it for a while, the stage, the diploma, the practiced smile, and behind him, blurred by depth of field, one visible empty seat. Elias studied it quietly. Then he opened a drawer beside the bookshelf and placed the frame inside face down, not to forget it. Just because the picture finally told the truth.